What is going on, family? I am very stoked to get into another request from our good friend Yulita today. Today, she has got us checking out another song from NF. This time featuring Hopsin. Song's called Lost. I'm not sure how this one probably did not hit my radar because I'm very familiar with Hopsin. But it has been a while since I've listened to anything from Hopsin. So, Ill Minds and all that. So let's go ahead and check out Lost.
Look, self-awareness, pride's a coat and yes, I like to wear it. Buttoned up, don't like to let no air in with a pair of gloves that I hope doesn't perish. I discovered though when I get holes in them and I let joy in, I'm in higher spirits. My mistakes are like a screaming parrot, just repeating lyrics. I can barely bear it when I'm lost. Road is narrow, I'm looking down it like a gun's barrel. Aren't we all searching for the serum that could help us breathe and leave our state of peril? All of us have made defensive scarecrows that we scatter around our fields and treat like heroes when they scare away the things that we should cherish. Cause we're too embarrassed to admit the fear is that we're lost. Yeah, but what does it matter? I get too combative inside of me. As a person who cares, the pain can be flat. I get messy when I start to get rattled. The heart of a savage and quiet when I lurk in the shadow. But something on that up, I don't wanna be over dramatic, but look at the data. It's obvious that humans are fragile. We tend to get mad at the ones that call us out, but the fact is we need someone that'll be honest when we fly off that handle. I admit I throw a fit when I begin to unravel. Keep my wits spin off the grid, but now I'm back in the saddle. My intent is not to rant, I like to own what I value. I can take you on the fence and maybe pick up the paddle. I like to roll against the current, that's the way that I travel. Opposite of what the grain has got the brain of a rebel. Take initiative, I'm diligent on every level. I never could settle, I like to keep my foot in the pedal. Yeah, I love to pack arenas and all, but what I really wanna do is learn to hate on my thoughts and put the reins on them, show them I'm the one that's the boss. And pull them back when they get out of hand and breaking their jaws. I'm taking the flaws, they told me I can never revolve. Then pull a bane on them, ask them, oh, you think you're in charge? You ought to know better, ain't no way around it. I'm flawed, the traits that I want. They say I can't afford what it costs, but I manifested this. Failing's how you grow and learn your lessons, kids. Take the
I really like how he just keeps like going with this one, where it's I feel like there's not really. I'm hoping at least this is what it sounds like. It sounds like it's just going to be like him going for bar after bar after bar, the beat switch up to the flow switch up. Oh my god, I was getting hyped when he started getting into his little like fast rapping pocket. Oof, I was getting amped. I was excited about that. It's hard to pause like at any point of like his songs because like he just it's just like I said, just like a story that you just keep listening to. You know what I mean? Where you kind of want to hear the entirety of it. Like it's hard to, because he doesn't really do a lot of like these like I said, it's not like a lot of like crazy punchlines and metaphors. Like they're mixed in there, but it's not. It's hard to describe. It's hard to describe. Like I said, I feel like I do a terrible job of like trying to like say how much I like it, and it probably comes out sometimes like it sounds like I'm trying to like hate, and I definitely am not trying to hate. Yeah, I'm gonna just talk about the fact that the video is sick too. Like I said, I like the fact that he's got like the balloons in this one again. Where like it's kind of like a thing. I'm sure since like the balloons kind of got introduced, like it kind of like has carried like through these multiple videos this way. So it's like I think that's really sick. And again, just being out in nature and these everyday places, these places out in the world, type of thing, just kind of walking around doing his thing like an NF filter. And it just I don't know, it's always just very captivating, and it just really draws you in. And of course, like, you know, when he's out here, like, climbing mountains and stuff like that, like, you know, the nature is just so beautiful. So, like, you kind of just get, like, lost in, like, the entire, like, everything that's kind of happening all at the same time.
grow and learn your lessons, kids. Take the worst and try to make the best of it. Cause when you fail, just know that it's a test in it. You can learn to pick yourself back up again and train your brain to not be such a pessimist. It's okay to make mistakes, just don't forget that there's a high road, but I skip the exit when I'm lost. Yeah. When I'm lost.
There's a high road, but I skip the exit when I'm lost. That I just said about he doesn't do a lot of tons of bars, like crazy metaphors and whatnot. And right there, he just like ended you with a crazy one. You know what I mean? Ugh, that's hard. That's so hard. That's so hard. He talked about how like trying to train your brain to be less pessimistic. Man, for the longest time, I like told people like that I wasn't a pessimist, that I was a realist. which is just came out very pessimistic because it was just all things pointed to negativeness. You know what I mean? So it was just pessimistic. And it's really, really hard to really just even admit, I think sometimes, when you are just being pessimistic and beating yourself up or beating everything up around you. You know what I mean? It is a state of mind that you get in. And I don't think that all of us just feel pessimistic 24 hours a day. You know what I mean? We go through periods and times where we feel that way. And I just try to do this thing basically where I kind of call myself out about it. You know what I mean? That I think that's the thing that kind of helps me. Is like I'm like there. I'm just doing it again. I'm being negative. You know what I mean? I think there's a lot of power in just trying to put yourself into the proper mindsets and just recognizing when you're not in them. You know what I mean? It doesn't always work. But like, you know, like he said in the song, it is important to at least try. You know what I mean? In that aspect of like trying to think more on the positive side of things and not let those negative things take away from everything that you're trying to work for and achieve. It's that whole rule of like, you know, the 100 positive things, but the one negative thing bothers you. You got to try to focus more on those other things. You know what I mean? And try to, as much as we can, let those negative thoughts just be what they are. You know what I mean? And try to get past them.
When I'm lost, when I'm lost, when I'm lost. Wow, these burdens are heavy, and I'm hoping it don't bury me. I used to be joyful and skip so merrily, but now I'm too cautious and tiptoe carefully. My mind left, and it's nowhere to be found. Am I a big old parody? Cause it's no fair to me. And now I'm at the point where I'm spending $1,000 a week on hypnotherapy. Look, I'm trying to wash away my sins. I got a group of loved ones that ain't my friends. And if I ever take a nail, then they might grin. And they all wanna see me stay in the cage I'm in. So when it come to anybody, there's no trust for no one. Man, so what? My whole plan's to go nuts. My shoulder's ready for most shrugs. I'm gon' judge anybody trying to enter my circle with no love. My sanity's gone, I'd rather be torn from this planet they planted me on. Your stats a reward. I'm actually bored with having it so hard. It's torn apart from a family that I don't have anymore. Man, hold up. I was living so oblivious with millions. It really was a pity, huh? A pity, huh? It's kind of funny what a penny does mixed in with a mini buzz. I feel stuck. Life got me.
It's kind of funny what a penny does mixed in with the mini buzz. A lot of people think that money won't change them, but it does. But it does. More money, more problems, for real.
Staying with a mini buzz. I feel stuck. Life got me by the neck with a blade against it. Cause I was running late for the train and missed it. The only thing I feel is pain and vengeance. So I'ma act out like a raging misfit. And every verse I lay gon' stay sadistic. You wanna hate me? Good, great, terrific. You'll never see the day when my anger's dismissed. You better go and change your wish list. Cause manifested this. Do not treat me like some adolescent kid. I am praying to the Lord with the book of James, hoping he go at my testament. This dark cloud, that's my residence. Demons knocking, I don't have to let them in. I done made mistakes day to day, you probably can't relate. I just ain't the same when I'm lost. Yeah. When I'm lost. When I'm lost. When I'm lost. When I'm lost.
That's fire. I like this right here so much. Like, I feel like he found him buried in the snow, right? And he kind of helped get him out of the snow. And that's what, like, and he went through the rest of the journey with him, right? And he just kind of was in the background. They both had their own set of balloons. And we ran into a bunch of other people that are also out there buried in the snow when they're lost. The idea of, for me, that thing that got me in trouble that one time, talking about it on another video, talking about how, like, there's like this invisible club that some of us are a part of. And I think that the black balloons kind of represent that club, right? And only the people with the black balloons can see the other people with the black balloons. even though we're all in the same group of people. You just see it within each other. It's like this unspoken club. And the fact that like all of us all feel so alone in this world and we all feel so lost all the time. But there's other people out there that are just like us. And we can fight each other. We can't. We're here talking about NF. We've talked about other artists on the channel that talk about the same kind of stuff, and like that brings people together. He talked about in the last reaction we did from NF, where he was talking on the therapy session, when he was talking about all the kids that relate to him. That is like just a bunch of people in the same place with black balloons. You know what I mean? That's what concerts are. You know, we're all gathered for the same reasons because we all connected with this somehow, some way. We're all just wearing those black balloons even though nobody else really sees them. I thought Hopsin did a really great job on this feature. I think it was a good addition to the song. I think that everything about this was amazing. I got like all the shots of adrenaline just kind of through my bloodstream, like throughout the entire thing. My energy's a little bit on the lower side today, so I'm not as like, you know, amped up as I might be some other days. But, you know, I could tell you that I could definitely felt it through like my whole body, like the whole time. Like I said, you know, this one definitely getting added to the playlist, definitely getting added to a few of them, really like off the rip. I think the only thing else I really wanted to say is just kind of like that whole thing with the black balloons. Is that no matter how lonely you might feel in a moment, you really got to remember that you really are never alone that way. And there's always somebody on the Discord for you to talk to. It's been something that has been the community on the channel has been like the most important thing to me since the beginning. And we have found we just have like a bunch of gatherers of people that some wear those black balloons, some don't. And it's a place where all of us really never feel alone that way. No matter how we come in that day, no matter what we say, there's always somebody around to say something. And I think it's just important to try to remember that no matter how lonely you might feel, there's always somebody out there that feels just like you do. And they want to help you in a moment too. That's all I got for this one, guys. Be kind to a stranger today. Tell somebody that you love them. And if you haven't joined the Foxtrot family, there's always room for you.